Even though the human race sits high in the horses because we invented things like MRI machines, McDonald's, and whatnot, science might have flourished throughout the ages, but still there are things which need to be uncovered. There are things that need answers, and there are things which humans were never meant to see. But a man's curiosity can never be beaten. Take a seat, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to dive into the things which should have remained hidden. From massive tree pollen to different shocking things which will definitely shake you too. Before we get into the video, if this is your first time taking a trip with us, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below, "I subscribed." We will try to personally reply to each and every one of your comments. Now let's begin with the top 10 things humans were never meant to see. Number 10. Tree pollen. We have a vast number of people who have allergies from pollen. We witness pollen in the normal amount, but what we are going to see has not been seen by any naked eye. If you have a pollen allergy, you better get your medicine ready. The tree stands still and looks pretty normal, but that's before the incident. The tree falls down and releases a massive yellow pollen, which create a huge pollen cloud all over. It feels unreal to watch a pine tree release this much amount of pollen altogether. This might make the people with pollen allergies choke because it's a huge live nightmare. Number 9. Door to hell. Now, this may sound like a little dramatic and out of line for you guys, but this is just a nickname given to the giant crater, which is called the Darwaza Gas Crater. It has been on fire for more than 50 years. And to be honest with you, it's not natural at all, but man-made. The crater was formed in the early 1970s when the ground collapsed during a Soviet gas drilling expedition. Scientists reportedly lit the massive hole on fire to prevent the spread of natural gas, and it's been burning ever since. People had it in their minds that the fire will stop eventually, but this never happened. It has been on fire ever since the incident, and it is still on fire. Insane, right? That's the reason it's nicknamed as the Gate of Hell. Number 8. Danakil Depression. There are some places on our Earth where nature switch faces. The Danakil Depression is the northern part of the Afar Triangle or Afar Depression in Ethiopia, a geological depression that has resulted from the divergence of 3 tectonic plates in the Horn of Africa. It's the hottest place on Earth, and during the summer months, temperatures can get up to a high of 55 degrees Celsius. This might make you ponder if this place is even a part of Earth's environment, but it has been a great space for researchers. Why is it important? Is because renowned as the hottest place on the planet and home to salt lakes, lava lakes, volcanoes, and colorful acidic springs. It's a wonderful alien environment. It also has remains of Lucy, who is an early ancestor of humans. Number 7. Blood Falls. Blood Falls exists in between huge glaciers in Antarctica, and it is a very insane sight, truthfully. It's not really blood, though. This actually seemed like blood due to its rich red color, and it really became a huge question for the researchers because they really wanted to find out the reason for its presence. After a lot of research, it was discovered that Blood Falls is an outflow of an iron oxide-tainted plume of salt water, flowing from the tongue of Taylor Glacier onto the ice-covered surfaces of West Lake Bonny into the Taylor Valley of the McMurdo Dry Valleys in Victoria Land, East Antarctica. Blood Falls is famous for its sporadic releases of iron-rich salty water. The brine turns red when the iron contacts air. The team tracked the brine with radio echo sounding, a radar method that uses 2 antennae, one to transmit electrical pulses and one to receive the signals. Number 6. Ocean on fire in the Gulf of Mexico. It still blows the mind, but this might seem like a scene from a disaster movie. But let me break it to you, it's real. It happened. An ocean on fire, yeah, let that sink in. People had different assumptions about this. Some said it looked like an eye of fire, and some said it's a portal to hell. But Mexican state-run oil company had something different to say. They said it was a natural gas pipeline leak, which led it to this. Fortunately, firefighting boats came into the rescue and saved the day by complete hard work of hours to take the fire down in a mid-ocean. Still, it seems really odd to see fire burning up between an ocean. What are your thoughts? Number 5. Inflatable tanks. In World War II, the thing which brought great fear has to be the tanks. They were regarded as the indestructible vehicles. It caused great damage as well. But in this footage, some soldiers are easily flipping over the mighty huge tanks, like they're some cans, which they're some powerful and enormous vehicles. This footage might appear like some footage for comedy purposes, but this is real. Tanks made to destroy the Germans. This was a remarkable step because Germans retreated after watching these inflatable tanks. These were used all over Europe and resembled like the actual ones, but were actually made up of rubber. It was used by the Ghost Army, which is a special unit of Allied forces which made use of rubber tanks, vehicles, and boats to scare off the opposite army. Number 4. The Red Beach, China. This ain't a joke, but a fascinating sight to the eyes. There's no false advertising here, friends. If it's a red beach you're looking for, you're in the right darn place. Our next stop is Tianjin, China, where another stunning yet super uncomfortable sight awaits. This is not your conventional beach. And for one thing, it's located within the world's biggest wetland marsh. For another, much of it is bright red due to the great proliferation of Sueda seaweed. The seaweed is a dull green during the summer, but it turns a vivid red during the fall. What with this, and the fact that the Red Beach is home to some endangered species of cranes, it's a popular spot for tourists. Much of the Red Beach is off limits, sadly, but parts are available for visitors to check out. Number 3. Blue lava. Kawah Ijen volcano in Indonesia is not a normal volcano. It doesn't produce red lava and black smoke like other volcanoes, but this guy produces blue lava. The reason it releases blue fumes and blue lava is because it consists of up to high quantity of sulfur in the world. And when the sulfuric gases interact with the air in the molten lava, it releases off blue-colored fumes and lava. It can unfortunately be seen at night only, but the smell runs throughout the day. It may look beautiful, but yeah, it's common knowledge that lava is a deadly thing. Number 2. Glowing water waves. You can count this as another wonder this world has to offer. Glowing water has been seen throughout the world, and if you're taking a dive at night and come across this, you don't have to stand and watch the beautiful sight. Get out ASAP. We humans can witness this natural phenomenon when there is lots of bioluminescence in the water, usually from an algae bloom of plankton. The bioluminescent sea will glow when it's disturbed by a wave breaking or a splash in the water at night. Algae bloom sea sparkle events are caused by calm and warm sea conditions. In other cases, the bioluminescent creatures can produce toxins that are harmful to fish, humans, and other creatures that come into contact with it. So it is probably best if you avoid swimming in bioluminescent waters just to be safe. The dazzling bright color can be spotted at night when waves or swimming dolphins agitate clusters of dinoflagellate. Number 1. A breathing forest. We know that green plants and trees around us are also the living things which we depend on, but we haven't seen them breathing like we do. But you are watching a breathing forest right now, which actually exists and is seen breathing. It is a very mind-blowing sight of this forest where the greens can be seen breathing properly. Now, you might be wondering why and how this can be possible. It has been found that as gale force winds ripped through the forest, the trees almost gave way and toppled. The breathing illusion comes from the movement of the roots beneath the trees. As the trees sway, the torque almost uproots the tree. This phenomenon is most common in trees with root systems shaped like discs. The forest floor seems to be moss-covered, which leaves a lot to the root system of younger trees lodged in a loose medium. As the wind sways the trees, you can get the roots lifting the floor. This gives the appearance of breathing. Now it's your turn to let us know about the things you find out uncertain and believe that they shouldn't have been seen by the human eye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching. So these are the top 10 things humans were never meant to see. Have you seen any of these things before? Please feel free to share your experience in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please click that like button and subscribe to get notified of the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.